Welcome students, this is your spiral review video for 2-3. This is going to be due on Tuesday, February 3rd. We're going to be taking our systems test today, and so a lot of this will help you out with that information. Alright, this first problem on here says, which inequality is equivalent to 4x minus 2y is less than or equal to 8? And so what I notice over here is that all of these are solved for y, so that lets me know I need to solve this one for y. So the steps for that are just like steps for solving for y every day. We draw our box, we draw our line down. We don't mess with the box, so we do minus 4x to both sides. We offset that a little bit, minus 4x, that cancels out. We bring down our negative 2y, we bring down our symbol. This we've been writing in an mx plus b form, so we go ahead and put the negative 4x first and the positive 8 second. Last step here, when it's beside it we divide it, so I'm going to divide everything by negative 2. That cancels y. When we divide by a negative, sign flips. So hopefully you remember that about inequality. So the sign will flip to this one. Negative 4 divided by negative 2 is positive 2x. 8 by negative 2 is negative 4, and that is our answer. So we know that it's greater than or equal to, so we can get rid of a and c. We know that it is a positive 2x, so we can get rid of that one. So b is the right answer. Next one. Alright, it says, which ordered pair represents the solution to a system of equations? We know that systems of equations can have three types of solutions. They could have one solution, where the lines cross each other. They could have no solutions, where the lines are perfectly parallel. They'll never touch, not on the screen, not anywhere. And then we have infinite solutions, where we graph it, and then we graph the next one, and they're directly on top of each other, so we only see one line. Okay. Well, based on the answer choices here, these are all answer choices for one solution. I think it's in our best interest if we use our graphing calculator. To use our graphing calculator on these, we're going to solve each one of them for y. So 2x minus 7y equals 0, and x minus 6y equals negative 5. We're going to solve them both for y. So box, draw down. 2x gets a minus 2x. Minus 2x, those cancel. Bring down my negative 7y equals. Write this in mx plus b form, so that'd be negative 2x plus 0. Divide everything by negative 7. That cancels. Y equals. We don't have to flip because this is an equal sign. Negative 2 divided by negative 7, math 1 enter in my calculator, is 2/7. X, 0 divided by that is just 0. So that's my first equation. Put a 1 in front of this, box your negative 6y, draw your line down. 1x gets a minus 1x, minus 1x on that side. Those cancel, bring down my negative 6y. Write this in an mx plus b form, so that's negative 1x minus 5. Divide everything by negative 6. Alright, and so we get those cancel, leaving with y. Negative 1 divided by negative 6, math 1 enter, is positive 1/6. X, negative 5 by negative 6 is positive 5/6 when I do math 1 enter. Once I get them both solved for y, I enter them into my calculator in y1 and y2. I hit second trace. Second trace brings up this menu. I'm looking for number 5 in intersection. To get the intersection to show, I hit enter 3 times. And there's your answer, 7/2. So it is 7/2. Alright, what is the solution to this inequality? So this is an inequality where we just have one variable in it. And so we just draw our line down, we box, and we solve. Minus 7 gets a plus 7. 7's cancel. 2x greater than or equal to 15 plus 7 is 22. When it's beside it, we divide it. Divide by 2, divide by 2. And x is greater than or equal to 11. No flip, because that's a positive division. So x is greater than or equal to 11. Alright, so this is about the toughest type of systems problem you can have. It's you got to write it and solve it, and it's just for one of the things. Okay, so we're going to set up this as Tommy paid $17.50 to buy 6 youth tickets and 1 adult ticket. Susan paid $22.50 to buy 3 of each. adult tickets is what we're looking for. So we're going to call one of them X and one of them Y. So this would be 6X plus 1Y equals 1750. This one is 3X's plus 3Y's equals 2250. Alright, I want to get these into the calculator, and I know that I am most interested in adult tickets, so I'm most interested in Y. Alright. Oops, I don't know why I got an extra plus in there. Anyway, whoops. Oh, there it is. Alright, so I'm going to box my Y, minus my 6X over Y equals, because that's 1Y, mx plus b, so negative 6X first, 1750 second. That one's ready for the calculator. Quickly to get in there. This one's going to be a little bit more work. Minus 3x to both sides, minus 3x to both sides, those cancel. 3y equals, move the negative 3x first, positive 2250 second, divide everything by 3, and we get y equals, negative 3 divided by negative, positive 3 is negative 1x. I'm going to go to the calculator on this. 2250 divided by 3. Since it's a money problem, I'm going to go ahead and leave it as a decimal, 7.5. Okay. I'm put both those into the calculator and hit graph. Then I do second trace, number 5 for an intersection, and this is the picture that I get. X is 2, Y is 5.5. I was looking for the Y, so my answer is $5.50. Alright. The next one here says, which graph best represents the following inequality? Based on this symbol, we know that it's going to be a solid line. They're all solid lines. Less than and less than or equal to means shade down. This one and this one have been shaded up. Right? So then now, all I got to do is figure out which one of these is negative 1/3 x plus 2. It looks like they both cross at 2. This has a negative slope, so it's going to be the one that goes downhill. So that's a method of process of elimination. We also learned how to do these in our calculator. You go to y equals and you type the inequality in. This is shade down or less than. Then you hit the graph button. This is the picture you get, and then it's easy to see that this picture is the same as that. Alright, this one, I didn't want to plug them all in, so I'm going to see what I can do with process of elimination. I know that this is a solid line, and solid lines come from these two symbols, so I'm able to get rid of A and get rid of C. Remember, we know this based on the faces that we learned in class. Line underneath, solid line. Okay. Then I look at these two symbols. That is less than, so that's shade down. That's greater than, that's shade up. This is clearly up, so that's 3 up. You could also type this into your calculator. You could type each one of them in and hit graph until you got the one that you wanted. But you do have to know the difference between solid and dotted line, because remember, the calculators will not do that part for you. So use the face to help you with that. That's an easy thing to remember. Alright, last one. Pretty tricky problem here. You could try to figure out where these hit by drawing them out, but the problem is there's a wide range over here, and both 8-1 and 10-2 both happen in this area over here. So what I've elected to do is pull the points out right here and do stat edit, and pull the points out right here and do stat edit. And you could easily do this if they gave you a table. So if they didn't give you a graph at all, if they just gave you a table, you could easily do stat edit. When I did it stat edit, here are the two equations that I got. I put the equations into y equals, I hit graph, and then I hit second trace 5, enter 3 times, and I found out that these guys intersect at 10, 2. So 10, 2 is the answer. So I would not draw it out and try to figure it out, because 8, 1 is right there, and 10, 2 is right there, and so they're really close out there in that area, and so your freehand is not going to get you close enough to get the right answer.